Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading for April 2022. This is going to be for Pisces Sun, Moon, or Rising. You can have planets in the sign of Pisces. You may be checking on someone's energy, whatever brought you. I want to say welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. All right, so today we're going to use our Mother Mary Oracle deck, get a little bit of words of wisdom. And then we're going to bring in a new deck. Someone actually sent me and then gave me a coupon code if you guys like it. It's called the Lustrous Tarot. And then we're going to use the Gilded Tarot to go a level deeper. Okay? So, let's go ahead and begin. Let's start with Mother Mary. I did take a moment just to look back at your yearly that I did. And, it was talking about how love was coming in. It's also talking about side hustles that turn into your new career. So for some of you, these side hustles, and I'm saying side hustles, you know what I mean, they are becoming fruitful. So that's a good thing. All right, let's begin. You know, Pisces, you're one of the most psychic signs of the zodiac. But I feel like, it takes a while to know that, to understand that. So I feel like some of you are really coming into some gifts. I shouldn't say coming into them, like you already have them. Maybe you are finding them. All right, we have two cards. We have Patience. Reminds me of the card of Temperance, right? Divine timing. I trust in divine timing. I used to have an old deck. I can't remember the name of it. I gave them to my daughter, but it was just all love. And this was one of the cards in there. One of the images. Because it's the same author. Doreen Virtue. And then we have Hello Blessings. We'll let this truck pass. Today I count my blessings small and large, and I notice the new gifts that come to me from God. Today I count my blessings small and large, and I notice the new gifts that come to me from God. I trust in divine timing, patience. Temperance to me means, things arriving in perfect timing. And perfect timing to me means, like if I'm looking for a certain type of energy, let's talk like love, and I want a lover to come towards me, well, then I want to think about what my own vibration is, because where my vibration is what I will bring back to me. So sometimes I feel like that's when the universe is like, or your spirit guides, whatever you want to call them, slow things down, right? Because even though sometimes I want something now, but I'm really not ready for it yet. Doesn't mean like a no. It's like a maybe from your parents, right? Can I have that? Maybe. Well, maybe was good. Chances are you were going to get it. All right. Let's bring in the Lustrous Tarot. Everything's pre-shuffled, by the way. I'd just like to give it a couple shuffles with you here. Let's give them a cut. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the top of the deck Just feels that way. This deck is so slippery. Let me bring the lid down a little bit and make sure you can see. You know, the Lustrous Tarot is very much like the original. It is. It's just, it's larger, clearer images. You know, so if you're just learning tarot, this is a good deck too. Okay, let's begin. Well, I like this. We have the Knight of Pentacles as your first card. You know, each night is bringing us something. Each night has a mission. This night I often feel as your guardian angel. This is bringing you a pentacle or pentacles, so that you can accomplish something. You know, this is giving you the way for, you know, whatever that may mean, whatever I've had to have patience in. By the way, this is also a lesson of patience. You know, it's just like I have to trust that the night will show in time. This night is a no rush. You know, I often feel like the Hermit in this night also, you know, but I feel like it's for you, like as you're gaining your spirituality, or it doesn't even have to be in your spirituality, as you are being more and more proactive in your life, this lifetime, I feel like you're provided for. So, you know, Mother Mary said we had a blessing coming in. Well, how beautiful that it's coming in on the arms of your guardian angel. And it is looking in. It's not looking back. You know, your blessings they're not in the past, they're not in the future, they're in the present day moment. So something's coming. We have the King of Wands. Can be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be. Feels like this king is like, he sees that pentacle, and I feel like, you know, it's almost like this king is anxiously waiting for this pentacle. I feel like the king knows it's coming, because he looks like he's close to getting out of his chair, you know, off his throne. There's something he wants to grow. I'm saying he, it can be she. You know, this king speaks of action. And it's interesting, I don't know why, but when I think of the King of Wands accepting this pentacle from the Knight of Pentacles, guardian angel, I feel like it's turning me into the Emperor. Now we'll see if the Emperor comes out, but that's what I feel like, because I feel like it's giving me an opportunity for more growth, and it may be something different. You know, it could be something different, but in the same scale, if that makes sense. Wow. We have the Four of Wands. Hello. I mean, it looks like this king now is waiting for the money to perhaps propose. You have that in your yearly. So I'm not surprised to see it. It's interesting because I feel like this king is waiting for this knight to then move into the Four of Wands energy. Now, that's the marriage card. You know, it doesn't have to be marriage, it's commitment, right? It's two people making a commitment to each other, and both want to be there. I feel like someone is waiting for the money to, like, hand you the ring, or vice versa. Now, this knight, this pentacle coming in, can be used, you know, anything in this relationship. Let's keep going. We have the Five of Swords. Well, that's interesting because we have, the Five of Swords. First of all, it's a five. So it talks about change. The Five of Swords, sometimes it's the energy of where you feel like there's nothing I can do about energy that doesn't sit comfortable with me. This could also talk about a couple who have been arguing. I don't know that that means that it's over. You know what I mean? And I feel like this king is kind of like, like did this king do something to cause strife within a relationship? And almost like that should be the King of Pentacles, because I could see the King of Pentacles then taking that pentacle and using it to somehow enhance this relationship, this commitment. We have the Six of Pentacles coming above the Knight. This can be someone who, whatever this pentacle is, whatever this opportunity is, or whatever this knight or this king is waiting for, this could certainly be someone else helping you. Someone else helping. What I mean is, I feel like someone else could be helping this king. Again, I feel like to help this commitment. The Six of Cups is very compassionate type energy. It is a give and take. Like I have to learn. One of the lessons within that is learning to allow myself to receive and give in equal amounts. And it can be off kilter, right? Now, sometimes I feel like, because they are holding the scale, but that scale's in balance. So this scale is in balance. I feel like this king has had a realization of his own energy. And I feel like this king has understood that maybe I haven't given as I should. Now, I don't feel like this is like this. It feels mirror. I don't know how to say it. Like it feels like I want to say merely like an argument. However, it's deeper than that. But I don't want to give anyone the wrong idea that this is about like a narcissist that changes. No, it's not like this. I don't feel like anything major happened. We have the Ace of Wands. I feel like someone may have given this king, and I keep saying king, it can be a queen. Someone gave this king probably, I always feel like, listen, we're either going to commit or I'm out of here. I'm leaving. And that may be what, for some of you, that Five of Swords is. Like, and I've waited long enough. And you may have decided to leave. And that may have woken up this king. Now, listen, I know that's not going to be everyone. And you've got to know your king. You know what I mean? If he's capable of that. Because I feel like it does wake up this king. And like I feel like one of the conversations this king would say is, but before I wanted to commit, I wanted to make sure that my foundation financially was strong. That may be one of the things. And I feel like over here on the other side of that, I'm saying, well, we can do that together, right? That doesn't mean. So, whatever the. I don't want to say excuse, because maybe that was their truth. Anyway, something's changed. And this king now has, first of all, here is this pentacle coming in. Here is a blessing coming in. Here is the Ace of Wands. There is the King of Wands right below it. Look at the difference between this King of Wands, his wand, right? The growth on it. He's got growth on it, right? But look at this ace. And look at all the new growth. So, I feel like this king, this situation is not done growing. We have the Nine of Wands coming over the Four of Wands. I mean, we have the Nine of Swords coming over the Four of Wands. You know, it's almost a shame. However, let's talk about it, because the Nine of Swords is about worry, unnecessary worry. You know, someone. I feel like there's someone who just doesn't. It's not like, I feel like it's not that I don't want to be in a relationship. I may think that I won't be any good, because I feel like this person definitely feels like it's important that their foundation, you know, or at least that's the way I planned it. Well, you know, sometimes we fall in love unexpectedly. So, you know, it's a fear of commitment. It's funny, it's a fear of commitment. There's also, though, the Four of Wands, I feel like, is really one of the most loving cards of the tarot. Look at this. We have a Magician. I feel like someone's doing a roundabout. I feel like this king, for whatever reason, and it's not because there wasn't love, there's not love or something like that. I feel like this king, like, wants to be able to support this Four of Wands, but has a fear of that. Maybe a fear of commitment, but not like because of you. You know, it's not you. It's more something that they have to understand. So I do feel like someone, you know, there was some type of argument, and I don't know if I left the house or if I just left the room. Nonetheless, I feel like this king is saying, no, I can't lose you. Now, I don't know how much time passes between here with this nine. I mean, we have the ace, right? We have the Knight of Pentacles, which talks about patience. Mother Mary talks about patience. The Nine of Swords, right? I need to have patience within myself to figure this out, because this is unnecessary worry. Excuse me. But then we have the Ace of Wands. Let's go. Then we have the Magician. You know, these are both very current energies. It's like we're looking in the mind of someone who is in love with someone. But it's, you know, there's something with them. And listen, I don't feel like this person's weak or that type of thing. But you know, this may be a hidden fear that you don't know about, or this may be your hidden fear. Nonetheless, I feel like, you know, someone's got to get over it, because otherwise I feel like someone leaves. You know, like, you say you love me, but we're not making that commitment. No, you know, I can't even say that because, I mean, that could have been a conversation. But, you know, what I have to keep going back to is that Four of Wands, and it speaks of love. And it speaks of two people who, first of all, can be very good together. But, you know, we can be very good. Maybe there's times we can be very bad together, too. I think in my own relationship, right? If there's passion, well, it can go, you know, it can turn into the negative. We just got to know that. We got to see it so we can stop it if we want to. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see what's coming under this night. We have the Hangman. Dang it. You know, that's not horrible. The Hangman is, excuse me, it is a timeout. Again, another energy of, you know, I guess when the timing is right. The Hangman, ultimately, though, the reason why the Hangman is halting, you know, maybe not moving along, is because the Hangman is seeking wisdom on his next steps. It's almost like this king reached out to his angels, prayed, and is now receiving clarity over that. Because I do feel like, you know, it feels like that's why this night's coming in, because someone was seeking not just the pinnacle, but the wisdom of my next step. Look at this. We have the Nine of Pentacles. And I have to tell you, I felt that right away with this king. Like there's something about his foundation, your foundation. You know, I'm saying it's the kings, and it's coming under the kings. And I do feel like there's a king who's like, you know, I wanted to have this strong foundation. You know, I want to have this strong foundation, but I think I want to have it for the maybe the family we're building, or what have you. Um, excuse me. This Knight of Pentacles coming in through this King's energy. Now, you know, I keep talking about this King like he's not you. It can be you, but I also want you to understand that, you know, like just because it's wands doesn't mean it has to be fire. This is someone who's ready to go. I feel like, even though there's a lot of energy of like halting everything coming in, I still feel this king is raring to go. He's not standing up. He knows, you know, when the night comes in, let's go. I feel like he finds a way. You know, it's like this night gives him the ability to create this Nine of Pentacles. Now, I also feel like that's for you, though, because don't forget about, like, your side hustles. I'm seeing, like, the 6 go into the 9, you know, and I feel like that's growth. This night I feel like, isn't just coming in for this king. I feel like it's coming in for you. So it's a way, it's something to help change, if there's change needed, or let me put it a different way, something to help expand your physical world, your material world, your success in it. You know, this is success. And, you know, I'm seeing the birdie. I think it's a robin. Probably not, but it's like a little birdie told me to do it. Almost like that little birdie was a spirit guide. Like a little birdie told me to follow this direction, and I did. We have the Page of Swords. And then we have the Eight of Swords. You know, I don't love that you have the 8 and the 9 of Swords. It doesn't necessarily mean it belongs to you. It could belong to someone that, you know, you're interested in, what have you. But the 8 of Swords is yours. It's self-created. It's you. The 8 of Swords is a self-created prison. It's where we want to protect ourselves. You know, it's almost like not only is she trying to protect herself here, but like she bound herself up and has a blindfold on, right? It's like, I don't want to see it, I don't want to hear it, I don't want to talk about it, I don't want it to touch me. So it's a very, not a great energy, right? Because I think that I'm protecting myself, but really what I'm doing is I'm stopping, like, my opportunities. I can't see them. I can't grab them, right? Even though she could free herself easily. I shouldn't say easily. She's in this position for a reason, right? And what's right about it? The Five of Swords. So, this could almost feels like I was with someone, and then something happened. Something happened that was of the negative, that caused a rift, definitely, between these two, without doubt. I feel like the king, however, would like to have you back, would like to maybe win you back. And it's interesting because it's the King of Wands, again, action and passion. But again, I'm feeling like the King of Pentacles in him. Like, I want my foundation. I want to be able to provide. It's almost like I need to have this Nine of Pentacles. I don't know if it makes it right or wrong. I don't think it makes it either, right? I feel like it's just the way it is. And when it changes, it changes. Do you know what I mean? So that just seemed kind of cold. Um, I feel like someone has seen their ways within a relationship. Like, maybe I didn't give enough, and I see that now. Maybe my words were cutting, and I know that now. So, again, way back in the beginning, someone may be re-proposing either marriage, or that the two of you work this out. Do I think this can be worked out? I absolutely think this can be worked out. This is one of those readings where I just feel like absolutely these two people can work this out. But does the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords, just, do I want that to be part of it? Because that just adds weight, unnecessary weight, to a opportunity. Whether it's with this king or it's just in life, right? It adds weight. I feel like the other side of the king is saying, you know what, you didn't really hear my voice. Almost like, I feel like you started to take, I don't feel like this went to extremes, but I do feel like, like, I started to lose myself within this, right? And I feel like this is the other side, the other one, maybe you. But in the same time, I feel like even you have to see your part in it. Now, that's not about judgment. It's just so you can see, when this type of energy rises. And listen, it's going to. We're human, right? We're all imperfect. But we can control. Only we can control our own energy. So if that raises its ugly head again, I can see it. Here with the blindfold on, and, Okay. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Maybe that's why I kept feeling the King. She's got the Ace of Pentacles right below her. Well, that kind of feels like your side hustles. These side businesses, right? Something, and listen, it doesn't have to be a side hustle. Maybe it's something that I'm just beginning. I'm just learning. And here's the way. I feel like this queen is given the way. You know, I feel like this queen shares this nine of pentacles because she also has that ace. It's going to talk about two people who, you know, it's almost like we both want the same thing, right? We both want success in our lives, and you know, we both want to be able to create this nine of pentacles. Like we both want the same thing, but somehow we got off track. And then all of a sudden I got, don't be surprised if, I don't know, if like if someone reaches out, why it's so slippery, if someone reaches out to collaborate with you. Because it's funny how she's got the ace underneath her. Look at that, she got the two of cups underneath the ace. And the three of wands. Optimistic viewpoint. So she's got the queen, again, doesn't matter the sign. I feel like this is talking about where you're at, what you're doing, what you're creating. So this queen is receiving this pentacle. It's funny how this, you know, this ace, this queen is receiving, is also connected to the two of cups. And then you have this knight of pentacles that's coming directly to this king. So in some way, maybe it's the king or maybe it's the queen who asked the king to collaborate with her. You know, I feel like who's ever in this Eight of Swords, the one thing they feel is that someone is their soulmate. Even if, for the time being, you know, I'm just going to isolate a little bit. All right, let's bring in the Gilded Tarot. Let's go a little bit deeper. Pre-shuffled, by the way. You know, it's funny, the more I try to straighten my cards, the more crooked they become. Okay. What do I want to look at? Let's look at the King and this Knight of Pentacles. Well, we have the Knight of Wands. Look at that. So let's talk about the Knight of Wands, because another knight is coming in, at least towards this king. This is a fast-moving energy. It's funny, you got the Knight of Pentacles, slow-moving energy, and now you have a fast-moving energy. This is a, you know, what's rushing towards this king or you or both? Passion and desire. This is, you know, burning within. But these two knights, because I'm looking at the Knight of Pentacles and the King. Oh my God. Did you guys see that big bug on my hand? Hang on one second. Okay, sorry about that. That was freaky. The one thing I don't like is, you know, I don't mind spiders, but if they can fly, freaks me out. I think that was a stink bug, and anyway, I'm glad I saw it. It is now out of my room. Okay, anyways, let's get back to you. So, we have these two knights coming in. And it's interesting because they're both coming in. Wow, that's a lot of cards. But there's so many face up, I'm going to take them. This is probably going to be our whole story. Okay, we have the Two Swords, but you know what? I don't feel like this is meant to come out yet. This is probably meant for down here. It's the only one that was, we'll put it over there. The only one that was face down. So, these are all face up. Let's take them. Let's see where it's taken us. We have the Six of Wands. You know, it's the energy of victory, being victorious. This is energy where, you know, where someone wants to persuade you. Now, I feel like this is in the light. I do have to say that. They can. You know, I feel like this is talking about also the energy of, you know, I almost feel like someone you may be interested in, like they didn't have a lot of, I don't know, like gumph, you know, to go out and land a job and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like that's changing. Okay, well, there's the change. So we have the World. Okay, the World is coming over the Four of Wands. And I can tell you why everything, you know, why everything is not coming in yet. And I feel like it's because this Nine of Swords in the World, those two energies, it's almost like you can't enter into the World's energy if you're in the Nine of Swords. So that has to be worked out first, right? That chapter. Like these swords have to be worked out before this chapter can be all that it really can be. You know, I feel like in the Worlds, it's beautiful energy coming over the energy of the Four of Wands, right? The marriage card, the commitment card. I think the main thing you got to see is like just one energy doesn't fit in the other. And that may be why things move slower, because like wherever this Nine of Swords, who's ever carrying it, it's like it doesn't fit in the door. You know, did you ever see a dog try to carry a big stick in the door and he keeps getting stuck because it doesn't know he's got to turn the stick? We have the King of Pentacles now. So now we have the Queen and the King. So, let me tell you the King of Pentacles especially. King of Pentacles can see the big picture of something. King of Pentacles is carrying the energy of the Magician also. This can be the exact same person, don't get me wrong. I feel like what this is about like-minded energy. I feel like, you know, this king is coming out because this king has seen the big picture. Has seen the big picture. We have the Three of Cups. I mean, you know, first of all, coming over the Knight of Pentacles, it gives you something to celebrate. We have the Two of Pentacles, but will I do it? Will I allow it? We have the Hermit. Look at this. We have the Ace of Pentacles. You know, first of all, I want to say the Hermit. First of all, card of Virgo. But the Hermit is shining his beacon of light outwardly. That means this is someone who has gone through, let's just call it the dark night of the soul. And really what I feel like that means is I'm looking for those answers that causes the darkness, that causes me to remain in the darkness and that type of thing. The Hermit ultimately learns that, you know, he himself, she herself is the beacon. She is her own light. She lights her own way. the Hermit is illuminating the snake right in front of him. And I feel like that's what it's saying. Like, you know, that's, if you live through this energy, like the Nine of Swords versus this nine are completely different energies, right? I'm learning from the hardships in my life, the pain in my life, all of that. I'm learning, I'm understanding it more. And the more I do that, the more I live in that type of energy, you know, I really don't have to fear what's coming next because I can see it. Maybe I can't see, you know, to the end of the path, but I can see right in front of me. And what this Hermit is illuminating is this Eight of Swords. However, it's like the Hermit's saying, if you can see that, then look at this. Here comes the Ace. Here comes the Ace of Pentacles. And let's not forget that this Queen is also carrying, oh, somehow the Lovers has made its way next to the Queen now, also carrying this Ace. So, no matter what your sign, I feel like this is talking about two people, again, and this person, like, you know, the different energies and an opportunity to perhaps begin something again. And listen, I feel like, and maybe even it'd be better, you know, it reminds me of Sam and I had one hell of a fight. And it's because there were a lot of things that really had not been discussed. You know what I mean? Two people learning to live together, you know. But, you know, what that ultimately did is we sat down and we talked about that fight and the words that we use, because we're both Virgos and we can, you know, our words can sting, no doubt. So that's all I'm saying is, like, I saw my part in it, he saw his part in it, and that energy is gone. Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles again, and then we have the Star. Interesting that the last card is your card of Aquarius. But this is also about your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. You know, another Nine of Pentacles. I wouldn't be surprised. Listen, if I don't even know who this person is yet, and this is about, you know, this can be about, like, on one side of the table where someone is, because let's not forget, this is also here. So I can block that opportunity. The Star. You know, I was going to call you a deep thinker, and then I remember someone said, I don't like it when you call us that. So I won't say that, but how do I say it then? I think you are very good at figuring things out. I think one of the things you have to do is trust yourself more, like trust your energy more. You know, and sometimes I feel like we gotta allow people to be who they naturally are. And what do I mean by that? Well, a lot of times Aquarius, though many times the spotlight is on you, because you carry so many gifts. You need time alone. Like your thought, like you having time alone, I feel like is where you really receive those epiphanies, where you can really expand your world. You know, nobody's here limiting you, right? Like our soul chose, at least this is my belief, that our souls chose these different experiences so that we can grow and overcome them, not get stuck in them, right? That Eight of Swords and that Nine of Swords is not going to serve you. And what it's showing you is when we create these self-created prisons, you know, it could take us places in our mind that just aren't, right? I don't want to create from that. Because with the Magician right here, you know, it's like, do I want to create from the Nine of Swords energy from a place of fear? No. And I feel like that's why the King of Pentacles is saying, when I see the big picture, just say of your life, the cycles of your life, and you have that understanding and you're able to drop these swords, man, that's when you're really creating. So Mother Mary's saying there's a blessing coming your way, right? The magician is you in the ability to take that blessing and really make it all that it can be. But I feel like fear cannot be part of it. And that may be why patience is coming out first. That might be why the Knight of Pentacles came out first, slow, moving, but energy we can trust at the same time. It comes at the right time, right? So, and I feel like if we want to move into the energy of the world, which to me means like, really, I feel like the best chapter of my life. Now, I say that and that sounds weird, right? Because really the best chapter is when I had my children. But I feel this is the best time in your life as it relates to walking hand in hand with your spirituality and your humanness, the power that it creates. And then when you do it through the hermit's energy, the hermit becomes the master teacher, whether the hermit knows it or not. And, I don't want to keep going on, but this Three of Cups coming over the Knight of Pentacles also tells me it's an opportunity to celebrate. I feel like this person just needs to, shake that rope off and then take that blindfold off. And as soon as she does that, or he does that, here is the ace. Here it is. The hermit's saying, don't fear it, because anything that's coming in the energy of the serpent, you will see, you will know, you will feel. You're meant to feel your way through life. Okay. And then just one more thing. I wouldn't be surprised, because I've seen it a lot in the readings this month, where a lot of people are meeting or connecting through the energy of what they love to do. So it's like my creativity. And then because I'm doing that, it's opening up a path to me of other like-minded souls. And I feel like that's exactly what I'm looking for. So, the universe feels like it's providing for you. Even though, there has been some discord, right? I feel like this can be overcome. Now, if this is someone from my past and I'm taking them back, I'm giving them opportunity, I feel like if that's the case, it's not a narcissist, it's no one like that. I don't feel like this is someone who totally destroyed us. I don't know how to put it. So I feel like that may happen. Just take off any blindfolds this month and allow what wants to be to be. This Ace of Wands, it's full of new life. We're walking into spring, right? It's a time to plant those seeds. You plant the seeds today so you can receive the harvest when they're ready. In the fall. It's like looking back at your life, and it can kind of explain to you why you're right where you're at right now, whether it be good or not so good. So anyways, I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. I don't feel like I'm going to read those cards because I feel like they're just, they're just clear as can be. Having patience for what it is we want to come towards us, but also knowing ourselves, being proactive in what it is that we want to bring towards us. You know what I mean? Clearing the cobwebs away. That's what the Eight of Swords is. It's just cobwebs. And those cobwebs can turn to depression, anxiety, high blood pressure. it's going to come out of your body somehow. And you don't want it to come out as illness. So the Magician right beside that, you know, to me, it's like opening my eyes to, if that's the energy I create out of, I don't think you're going to see a lot of change. I think that, because 9 to me is a cycle. And if I don't reflect upon that, that cycle feels like it's going to happen again. You know, I'm in a personal year 1 this year. And this is really for anyone, but I feel like, you know, those in a personal year 1, it's all about the seeds that you're planting, because you're creating really the next 9 years of your life starting right now, today, with your thoughts and your intention. Allowing things and people to hold you back from all that you can be and all that you're meant to be. Even if you don't feel it, it doesn't mean it's not so. These are very like-minded people. And listen, the 2 of Cups somehow came above that Ace of Pentacles. So I'm going to leave that be. I feel like this is not only talking about soulmates and love, and I do feel like it's talking about love. But I also feel like it's talking about both of these people creating their own 9 of Pentacles, creating their own independently strong foundation. And listen, when you create that, I have to tell you, it's like, I don't know. I feel like between the 9 of Pentacles and the Hermit, I just don't feel like these 8 of Swords, these self-created prisons, I don't feel like they'll exist anymore. I feel like goodbye. And maybe for eternity. So, nothing is perfect. Nothing's always going to be perfect. There's going to be ups and downs. I feel like if this is talking about an existing relationship, you know, if you really love this person and you want to try to make it work, that's the answer, is start in the beginning, right? Day by day. And if it doesn't, then change direction. You know, you're always the Magician, but you got to know that you have that power. And the Magician reminds you of all the tools you've gained through all of your lifetimes, really. So, there's nothing you cannot get through. Nothing. Today, I count my blessings, small and large, and I notice the new gifts that come to me from God. Well, no wonder the Knight of Pentacles was the very first card, because I truly feel like it's your guardian angel. So, I'm going to leave that there. You guys will let me know how this relates to you. You know, it's either for you or it's not. And, you know, don't second guess it. Like, don't try to make something for you if you know you're, well, I don't know. Because I feel like miracles and blessings and things that can change our life in a second can happen at any time. So I just say, keep your thoughts bright, and I hope brightness comes towards you. I love you guys. You're the last sign for April. I often feel the last one is the best one. This is real love here, guys. Real love. But I don't know. Patience may be the name of the game. So, I love you. I thank you for all the ways you support my channel. I thank you for my donation, for the donations that keep me on YouTube, because YouTube doesn't keep me on YouTube any longer. And I'm not cutting YouTube down because it's a platform, but they're going a million different directions. So your donations truly help me stay, keep my readings free and ad free, because I hate putting ads in them. So that's the main thing. I want to stay ad-free during the video. I thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to anyone that's new. You're just now part of the family. And I thank you for your comments. I can't wait to read them. That's every reading, but it's just the truth because, you know, I put so much energy in these readings that you leaving comments, it just, it lets me see. You know what I mean? It helps me know I'm on the right page. Anyway, I love you guys. I will see you next time at my table. Bye-bye.